I usually throw back to small ones. Always wonder if they're thankful that today's not their day. Better overstocked than under.
And now, adventure!
Keep your eyes open for a good tea shop. Always happy to try a new blend.
really nice. Approach, Phil.
Ah, cohort. Well, I'm here. No such thing as a wasted day, so long as we go fishing. Impressive. See, work is for people who don't know how to fish. gorgeous catch. If it wasn't worth so much, I'd say let's eat it right here.
Looking for a deal? You came to the right crowd. You have more shine. You've got...
Let's take a trip off the main roads. Good to get stocked up. Ready to move out. You could craft something nice with that.
Got deals and bargains.
Back at it again. Good thinking. Let's thaw out a little before we get moving again. jingle of coins. Always a comfort. Good eye.
What will we learn today? We can use this. Quality material makes for quality goods. Good find, cohort. the research begin. Another chance at perfection. Accumulate wealth and smile all the while.
Hola. Sorry, I was talking to myself for a second. Yeah, don't worry, you're not on my broadcast. Like, no one can hear you, so. I have no voice going on. I'm just farming out in Arden. Getting materials. You can watch my broadcast anytime. It's public. I don't hide nothing. I got nothing to hide.
I do watch broadcasts. I'm super bored. And I'm probably not going to watch an ESO broadcast.
No, I mean, if you ever wonder what I do, you can always watch. It's live. Yeah. You can see what I'm doing. Right now, I'm farming all these materials.
Another chance at perfection.
I like this because I'm using the wild hunt ring. It helps me run faster. I was like, let me throw on the ring today. Make it easier.
Man, I just want the wild hunt memento. The fucking leaves.
Oh. You just missed it. They had it just recently.
What?
Yeah. Last year.
Oh.
You gotta wait till the next year. This coming year. Well, later this year.
Oh, yeah.
Plunder, commerce.
That's what I mean.
I think it's October, November, or September.
Oh my God, is that far?
Right around Christmas time. That's what I'm telling you. You just missed it.
I ain't know nothing about it till like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, I saw somebody with the leaves.
That's such an old memento.
Good find, Corey.
Yeah, it's such an old memento. It was one of the first mementos in the game.
I need that shit.
It'll come out again, but you gotta wait till the same time they sell. They sell it around the same time every year. Like, you'll notice a lot of stuff on here you'll see. You'll be like, ooh, I want it, but then you'll be sad you didn't get it. But watch, the next year it's gonna come out again.
I don't have FOMO. Fear of missing out, gear fear. I don't have most of the shit that keeps people tied to the game. But I get.
Well, most people don't have it because they weren't around then. That's why, like, back then it was easier to get it. You know, a lot of the stuff, like, now it's different. They got everything a grind and a half. Yeah.
That's not even a grind. That's just all the way fucking luck, which is bullshit.
Not really. I mean, we had to do a lot of quests and stuff to get a lot of the stuff. Like, it wasn't easy.
Them mementos and goddamn chest from what I looked at.
Yeah.
Or the crates.
Well, you can get it now out of the crate, but when the Wild Hunt crate, that's at around September, October, or November. That's what I was telling you. That's when they have the Wild Hunt crates. But they only bring it back for, I think, a week.
I get it.
Yeah. I think it's a week. That's
See how
what
these
it
little events work and
is.
the whole system for bringing people back.
The good thing is, after being on here at least 2 years, you'll get used to when they release things. And it'll be easier for you.
I've been on for 2 years. I'm telling you, I keep saying
No,
it.
I'm talking about like constantly on the game. You know?
No, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hip. Like, even when I very first brought up Wild Hunt, I wasn't expecting it. I was about to be getting it in the next month or so. Like,
Yeah.
I know I have to wait.
Yeah.
Hip.
That's one of the first mementos on the game. Like, old memento. That was with the green Wild Hunt polymorph, the tree lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's friggin'.
Mhm.
We can use this.
I made sure to get all of the different spriggans because that's one of my favorite polymorphs. The tree lady. I just call her the
So,
tree
green
lady.
one, the blue one,
The red one.
the red one.
Yeah.
The red one.
Yep. I have all of them. I'm a major connoisseur of the tree stuff.
Dang, Paige, you seen my house.
Mm.
I gotta figure. I'm still working on figuring out what's traditional items so I can remove them before I can put up more trees. Well, more trees and now tents. I didn't get you though. I pulled you in.
I'm irritated. I filleted a bunch of fish and I got nothing. No perfect row. I'm like, wow. And I had the right CPs in play too. So I think I'm getting, I'm pretty sure I was getting punished by the RNG gods. That's from catching too much perfect row last week, because I caught 47 perfect row last week. So this week I'm getting punished on the fishing. So I was like, fine, I'll just go and farm mats. Having better luck there. Take a break from the fishing for a week. That's what I usually do. I take a break for a week if I get bad RNG. This is the 4th time today. Bad RNG. It's enough to tell me, keep trying for this damn fish, I'm gonna be fucking around and wasting my time. Come back for the fish after. I'll hunt down chests and materials for now. That's lucrative. How's your grind going?
My grind.
Yeah, how's your grind going? What you're grinding on? Searching for what you doing in the game?
Shit, I'm not searching for nothing. I'm not even in game.
Oh, you ain't got nothing to do? You
Nah,
bored?
I mean there's always something that could be done, but
Yeah.
yeah. 11 a.m. Daywalkers play different. Kind of bored with them lately.
I need to get my materials up.
Night out, so
Mm.
I can run night outs all day.
Someday
You should have watched the broadcast earlier. You would have been laughing your ass off. Had a lot of people in the party pissed off about their teams, 49ers losing. I was like, aw. People were salty.
I would have been so bored.
Yeah. It made me chuckle though. Somebody lost some money on it too. That's why you don't gamble. I hate gambling. I don't gamble.
Why you don't gamble with breakfast?
I'm not a gambler. I don't like to gamble. I'm against it. To be honest, for myself, it's not a good idea. Because I watch how it happened for my family.
You know, to each his own.
Yeah.
It works for those it works for.
Well, you want a perfect example? My best friend and me went to Vegas for vacation to wrap up from a road trip in Texas, right? She's my carnalita. Whole trip, you know, I have to pull her away from the slot machines and the baccarat tables and the blackjack tables, you know, because she liked to gamble. I watched her gamble so much that she refinanced her house at a place while she was on vacation with me in Hawaii, to the point where I'll tell you the end, you're going to be like, holy shit. So she gets so irritated with me finally one time. She shoves $5 in my hand. And she yelled at me, if I don't get the fuck out of her face. Some shit about to go down, right? So I was like, I looked at her and I'm like, this gambling shit really got to you, huh? I was like, whatever, man. I hope you come out with money in the end. I just fucking walked off, you know, and I got so pissed off. I went up to the lady at the baccarat table and I picked black. And then the number I picked was 13. I think 13 or 21. I don't know, something like that. But I gave her the money. She did her little hand wave on the table. She put the wheel and it landed right on it, and I won $500 off of $5. So I was so happy because I said, you know what? I'll take this money to her and she'll get the fuck off of that stupid ass Wheel of Fortune slot machine. I'll go over there. No, this is my canalita. This was our vacation. We were supposed to have fun together, not this shit. So I went up to her.
It changes people, man.
No, I was mad. I went up to her and I go, look, because she got mad at me again. She's like, will you get the fuck out of here? $10. I was like, I don't need your fucking money. I was like, look what I got. I was like, I got 500. She said, where the fuck did you get that? I was like, see that lady over there? And the lady actually came over to me and gave me a free drink. And she tried to get me to come back to the table. But I told her, no, I'm sorry. I did this to prove a point to my friend. That's all. I'm not a gambler. So because she kept trying to get me to go back to the table. I said, no. And she's like, I'll even give you a free spin. And there were some guys in suits over there that wanted me to go back there too, because I won the prize for the night. That was at Terrible's Casino. And I didn't want to.
Terrible's?
Yeah, Terrible's Casino, where they have the buffet at and everything.
Hell no.
Yeah. Well, they got the best buffet in town. Like, it's cheap. You can get, like, seafood and everything. Even breakfast food, dinner food, lunch food, all in one sitting on a buffet. So,
Buffet.
yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
That's what I need.
And it
That's
was
my
cheap.
shit.
It's like $25 a person, and you could get all you like.
Oh, shit. Is that cheap nowadays?
Yeah, and they got prime rib. They have everything there. You could pick it. Even for the meat cutting stations, you tell them how you want it, they do it. You want fat piece, they do it. Whatever you want. Non-stop lemonade.
Oh my God, I'm about to go get so fucking fat somewhere.
Well, for us, it's a great way to save money when you're on vacation and you need somewhere good to eat. That for sure is
Oh,
gonna fill
definitely
you up.
vacation. I always need to save money.
Well, for I've only taken 2 vacations in my life, literally, and this was supposed to be a big vacation between me and her. We worked hard for this, so I was very upset that she wanted to just play stupid ass gambling machines instead of us having our our thing was to go to the Astrodome and enjoy the rides and go to Circus and enjoy the show because they have a free show there every night and maybe play some of those little dinky dink machines over there like ring toss.
Dinky dink
Yeah,
machine.
where you doing the rinky dink, the rings, the ring toss for the bears and shit like that. Like I like that stuff. So that was our plan. We planned it when we was in Hawaii before we got out there. That was what we were gonna do.
Yeah,
And
things change. What you gonna do? You gotta
no,
roll with the
we
punches.
made reservations at all kinds of shit. We paid money for places to go to. And she wanted to just go and gamble. Like we were supposed to go to the botanical gardens. We didn't go to that because she wanted to gamble. All these nice places that we paid for in advance that were non-refundable tickets. So it was really pissing me off. Because, I was like, dude, I didn't work for this shit to not go to it and not get my money back for it and just give it to these motherfuckers for us not to enjoy it. Like, I started getting mad and telling her that because I tried being nice about it and telling her and she wasn't hearing me. So that's how I knew, oh, goddamn, she's fucking addicted, man. Like, and that it doesn't
I mean,
stop
I
there.
feel that became fun though.
No.
Fun.
You want to hear how that fun got her in the end? Because she refinanced the house and lost all the money from that. She didn't win no money. She spent like so much money on lottery cards and everything. And I kept telling her, but we got in a big fight in the hotel room where, yeah, I was in her face and I was like yelling to the point where the security had to come up there. Because I was like telling her, go ahead, hit me. I'm going to throw you down the fucking balcony right now. I was like so mad I was going to. Because she just wouldn't control her gambling. Like, she punched me in front of everybody. And that pissed me off because my lip got fat and everything was bleeding. All these people ran over. It was fucking embarrassing, and I was dressed nice and everything. I was like, this fucking bitch, I was like, I just did my hair. Now she fucked me up. I'm gonna fuck her up, like that kind of deal, like, that's it, and like, it led to the point where I even grabbed her from the slot machine, picked up her purse, left her $20 bill hanging out of it. She tried to cry. I shoved the fucking money in my pocket of 500. I said, nah, I ain't giving it to you yet. Fucking grabbed her by her ponytail, fucking yanked her off the machine, dragged her up to the hotel room with everybody watching. They was tripping. It was looking bad. And I got up to the room and I locked the door and I was like, what the fuck is your problem? I was like, we came here to spend time with us because we even paid for tickets to ride the double-decker bus and stuff, And we never even got to do that, like not until the last day. But the part that pissed me off was that she refinanced her house because she had 3 kids and she have a husband. And I know she didn't even consult her husband about that, and he wouldn't have been cool with that. She came there with 15 grand on the vacation. She actually showed up in Texas because we went to the Texas one first. We went to the Dallas Tattoo Expo because my friend is the Lizard Man. You ever heard of the Lizard Man? He do his TV shows and everything. He looked just like a lizard, live out in the wild.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, if you ever see him, he's world renowned. He's even in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's a good friend of mine. We grew up together. We were homeless together. I knew him and his girlfriend when they was on the streets, and we lived in the same abandoned house together. It was funny. But it was funny because we all had to watch out for each other's stuff. So through the night, we would all have to, like, it would be like this, like Monday night. Okay, you gonna stay up all night and watch. And so we'd be up all night. I'd be up late at night doing my crosswords. I have crossword book. I could do that or other stuff. Like I sometimes had coloring book or I'd write poetry and things like that or drawings. Whatever would keep me up all night so I could watch everybody's stuff and stay awake. And then they would sleep. And then the next night I would get to sleep. And then one of them would stay up. We operated like that. Because if you slept up in those abandoned houses, man, people would come and jack all your stuff. You wouldn't have anything. So We went to go see the tattoo expo, but before we could even make it, I had to pay for everything because her money was really low. But she came there. She came there with 15 grand and blew it all on a road trip on fucking lottery tickets, you know, at the gas stations. And then those scratch cards. She was putting on, and then she was playing the digital screen thingies inside of the gas station. So she was blowing all that 15 grand on that shit like nothing, like no tomorrow. She come to a car, she got a big ass fucking stack, like I'm talking huge stack of fucking scratch tickets. I'm like looking at her like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. But she wasn't happy. I had to deal with her crying afterwards every time she realized she lost a lot of money. And I'm like, dude, why don't you stop gambling? You know, let's do what we came here to do. We came here to go and do things. And the only vacation we made it to was a tattoo expo, and only because I paid for it, both of us, because she was crying and stressed out. I was like, look, I bought money too. I don't have as much as you do and what you came with, but I got enough to pay for us, you know, so that we can both at least make it to the tattoo expo. And plus I had the VIP tickets, the VIP passes where I can go backstage, because my friend, you know, the lizard man, he gave me a bunch of backstage passes, but I gave the rest to my friends to keep as memorabilia because they couldn't make it from Hawaii to go to his tattoo expo, so it was just me and her. I still got pictures of all of us. But yeah, that's where I got a crazy tattoo when I was there. I have a huge pink cupcake on my right ass cheek that covers it almost, with a cherry on top. But yeah, it's funny, like, I got that tattoo, and then we went, the last week, we were supposed to wrap up in Vegas. And we had laid out and pre-purchased all these tickets for events that we were supposed to go to. The events totaled well around 10K. 10K. We worked our asses off for this beginning. Like, you don't understand. Well, you do. But you know what I mean. I worked my ass off, and she worked her ass off for this. So, and then to even get her husband to trust her to cruise with me and let her go was a bitch, man. Like, 'cause he thought she was going to get into, like, you know, guys fucking around up there and everything. I was like, I promise you, I will make sure and do everything in my power to make sure she don't do that to you. I had a long talk with him and everything. I said, listen, man, you know how I feel. I'll be respectful of a relationship even though I'm not in it. I'm respectful of you guys' relationship to the point where that's my carnalita. I don't want to see you guys broke up. You guys have kids together. You guys have a beautiful home. You guys have a beautiful life. I'll do my best so she won't fuck around on you, and I'll make sure she won't. And he's like, okay, and that's what I'm trusting you with. And yeah, she didn't get to. She tried to at one point when we was in Texas. She went and met this guy and was going to sleep with him, and she got all pissed off and was going to get in a fight with me about that because I kept jumping it away, interrupting them on purpose. You know, like whenever they try to sit by each other, when they try and get away and go in another room. I'm like, hey, where you guys going, man? Wait for me. Fucking. Because I promised her husband I would do that, you know? So I had to stick to my promise. When I give my word on my promise, it's my word on my promise. I don't break it for nobody, you know? So, yeah, I kept doing that, and she got pissed off at me to the point where at one point she left me in a parking lot, and I didn't know where the fuck I was. But I was like, well, fuck you then. I'll just walk. And I went walking all the way up the road. She came back an hour later. She said, what the fuck, you still walking on this road? I was like, yes, motherfucker. And there's guys that try to pick me up or get me in their car. I was like, no, thank you. I got it. I'm waiting for a cab to pick me up. They're going to be driving along this road. No, I'm fine. Just leave me alone. I was really pissed off. And the guys could tell because when they pulled over, you know, they're all pleasant at first. And then they see the look on my face. I look like I got Medusa in my eyes and everything. They're like, holy shit. I was very angry at her because she left me in the middle of nowhere in this dark fucking deserted area. Ain't nothing but motherfucking wolves out there. That's all I kept hearing, howling from wolves. So I knew there was wolves and coyotes out there. And that's all I could fucking, maybe an owl every now and then. And that's it. It was a deserted road out in the middle of nowhere in the fucking desert at a rest stop fucking parking lot. And I sat there for a while, but nobody showed up after, a while. So I was like, fuck this shit. I'm walking then. Anybody fuck with me, I'll fight for my life. Fuck it. Just me and the dark and the looking at that beautiful clear sky and stars and all that desert cold ass air and just walking dry ass air, dirt blowing in my face, me getting pissed off, brushing it off my face, making sure it don't go in my eyes and blind me. That's what she did to me. I was very mad because of that. I was like, wow, this bitch I don't know this area and she gonna drop me out and just leave me out here in the middle of nowhere. For all I know, wolves can eat me. That's what I was thinking. Wolves can eat me. That bitch ain't here.
My ex did me like that a couple times.
Really? That's fucked up, isn't it? I would never do that, no matter how mad I am. I'd be like, get your ass in the car. Go into the house, fucking drop your ass off over there. Leave me alone. Yeah, that's not right when somebody do that, because you're out in the middle of nowhere, you don't fucking know. You never know. Wolves could have eaten me if they saw me out there. They just was far away. But I could hear them just off in the distance howling and making their fucking noise. And every time, like, I kept hearing one sound get closer, I quickly looked. Like, I'm like, there better not be no motherfucking wolf coming at me. Yeah.
See, I need you to come play this zombie game with me. You would be fun to play with.
I gotta farm materials. I gotta get materials that I need to do these writs. I got a bunch of gold writs sitting in my storage boxes and everything that need to be completed.
Work.
Yep. Somebody gotta do it. Ain't nobody in my guild can do it yet. They're not master crafters. They're grandmaster crafters, but they don't have their, gold stuff with Rala Salalu. They're still working on their master writs and shit. Like, the only gold writs they get is the ones for, 8 writ vouchers, 7 writ vouchers. So they still gotta do more gold writs. Like, there's a certain total you gotta make in order to get grandmaster crafter. Right now, they're just master crafters. So until one of them gets the grandmaster crafter, I'm stuck with the brunt of the work. I'm like, fuck. They help me, though. They give me writs. Yeah. But Treat's working on his. He's almost there. He's got, I think 30 more fucking master writs he's got to complete to get the grandmaster crafter. Oh, no, wait. He's still got to finish his styles, too. His sets. The motif styles. That's another thing, too. You got to learn 50 full motif styles, and he's still working on his shit. It's going to be a while on that. But he's almost done with the crafting part. Then I just got to wait for him to catch up on his style motifs. That's why I keep throwing them at my guildies. I'm like, here, you don't have this style? You don't have this page? Here. I'd rather do that than make money off of it. Shove it in their face and make them learn it. Learn this shit. It's cold out there.
Mm-hmm.
We got fog outside now from the hail and the rain. You can't see shit outside. It's just it looked like a scary movie outside my window. It looked like you can't even see the highway.
What's the name of that movie? I think it's called The Fog.
Yeah, that happens over here after the hail and the rain. That's why. We even got icicles on the bushes outside.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you say, you live in, Devil's Hell Strip or some shit?
That's the bipolar weather strip. Everybody calls it that. Because we get everybody's weather from all over. Like, let's say the next state over, it snows. Yeah, we're definitely getting it blowing in somehow over here. It's going to come in. what I hate is when, this is a commonality that happens here, we get power outages when that shit happens. So every time we get storms, I'm always nervous. I'm like, please don't give us no power outage, especially if the weather's too cold, because that's when you see me, and I'll go get in trouble with the homeowners association, and I don't give a shit, and I'm gonna go out there and light a fucking fire in the trash can, because I did that last time, and the fire department was over here, and the homeowners lady, and fucking all kinds of people, and the sheriffs. They was giving me a hard time about telling me, oh, well, you can't be burning a fire this high because you're not allowed that high a fire. It's got to go in a small pit. And it can only be this high, yay high. I'm like, I'm fucking cold. You think that little ass fucking fire gonna keep me warm? I even told the cop that. I was like, I'm cold. You know that, right? You feel the air around, right? You want me to just go in the house and freeze to death? I was like, no, I'd rather light a fire. And he's like, well, I'll let you slide on this one. You know, the fire's not that bad. And he looked at the homeowner lady, and she's like, but that's against our regulations. And he's like, well, it's just for now. I mean, they're very cold. It is cold tonight. So Christmas time, he let us finish our barbecue, because we was also barbecuing on the fire, too. We was making Calbee ribs. So we was making beef Calbee ribs. It was so good. But yeah, I even gave the cops some. I gave the cops some and some plates, and I gave some to the fire department. Looked at that bitch. I was like, would you like one too? And yeah, she came in the house to get one plate, scuffed my fucking floor in my kitchen to where her black ass fucking heel of her shoe, the stain won't come out of my floor. I'll sue that bitch. But yeah, they give me a hard time if I light a fire outside. So every time when the power flickers, I start to get nervous because I'm like, uh-oh, I hope it's not going to be too cold, because if it's cold, I don't give a shit. I'm going out there lighting one fire. Where I live at, there's nothing but sheriffs, police officers, prison officials, and they're all retired, most of them. Even military, there's a lot of military, because you see the emblem over their house, yeah? But they get the retirement flag. They military retired. Like, there's a lot of retired authority people over here where I live at. We're the only ones that make the big noise over here. You don't ever hear nobody making noise around here. It's like so dead over here, like eerily quiet. You'd be thinking you living in a horror movie. Because you don't even see kids walking on the side of the road. You don't see nobody exercising, riding their bike, nothing. It's scary. Over here, the top crime is abductions. And if it ain't abductions, it's bank robberies.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the top crimes over here. And the prison's right up the road from where I live. I watch the prison bus go by every day. You know what I be trying to do? I be trying to fuck with the inmates just to tell them hi. And fuck with the guys going up and down the aisle in the bus, because they got a shotgun in their hand. And they walking up and down the aisle telling them, I better not see none of you look forward. Y'all better look the fuck forward. And then they're like, don't be looking out the window. They're yelling at the people, and like I be like, good morning! I'll be over there waving and shit. I see some other guys, they be looking out their side view, out the side of their eyes, like that way. I'm like, no, these guys deserve some fucking cheerfulness in their day too. How can you tell them they cannot look out a goddamn window? They stuck in prison maybe for life, and you over there telling them they can't have the simple pleasure of looking out a fucking window? Like, really? These guys deserve a high. I don't say they deserve a salute, but somebody should at least treat them like humans and be able to tell them hi. You know, be like, hey, there's my friendly face saying hi, saying good morning. Yep. You know, neighbor, you know. 'Cause I'm right down the road from the prison. But they don't let them look out the window. They're not allowed to. They have to look straight forward. All these strict rules. I hear the guys yelling at them when they're walking up and down on the bus. Because a couple times a week, the bus stopped in front of my house. And you see them walking up and down the aisle. And then they take the guys who work over there. There's like this big, gigantic, I don't know, wheat field where I live at. They always grow wheat over there. And you see those guys working there. They go there and do their labor. But it's only a section of the guys that come off the bus. The rest of them, I don't know where they go. I guess to wherever they work at, but there's a group of guys that work across the street from over here. They be driving the tractor trailers and all that. Even the crop dusters, you know, the airplane that put the stuff on it. You see inmates flying it too, because you can tell because of their bright blue and orange shirts. They got these bright blue, or I don't know who the hell thought to make those suits like that. But that's detrimental, I would think, and embarrassing to the inmate to wear something like that. It's inhuman. That's why inmates act the way they do. They treat them like animals. Even if somebody did something bad and they're locked up, they should be treated like a human being, I think.
You're too kind.
Why? It's true. When you want to be treated like a human being regardless, it's only right. I mean, people always say that saying, do unto the others, you know, as you wish to be treated. So, I live by that rule.
Same.
Yeah. Well, until they do me wrong, then I gotta go the separate way. Yeah, then it's a wrap. Exit stage right.
I mean, I let people know off early on. Like, your best friend or your worst enemy. Like, that's entirely on you.
Right.
I'm everybody's best friend. Until the moment I'm not.
The moment you might not be. You should think in that state of mind no matter what.
No, it's pretty cut and dry.
I don't
I
know.
give people a lot of chances. But I also give them enough rope to hang themselves a few times before they like actually do something. Shit that crosses the line. Then by then it's like, yeah, your paper's already been filed. Just need to sign them. We no longer care.
Aw.
But like I said, things have happened by that point. I just probably never said anything.
Well, you know, I can tell you this. You can ask my friends. A lot of them have known me 20 plus years in gaming, and we've always maintained our friendships. I always keep my honesty with them. I don't lie. There's no reason to lie, especially at my age now. I don't have time to lie. I don't have time to play games, you know, because I think about... Yeah. I got a billion things I gotta do. And what if tomorrow is my day? What if tomorrow my number's up? It might happen. I gotta be realistic on that part.
I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
Like if it's not something that like
No, but
I need to lie to my mother about,
yeah,
it's not worth lying, and that's always been my logic. I'm like, I don't lie to my mom, so nothing's really ever been worth the effort of lying.
yep.
I think that there have been some things that happen where.
Well, to a popo, that's a different story. Because they don't care about us. People like popos don't care about us. I'm just kidding.
Nah, you serious? I'm in the military. There's some folks that ain't really fuck with me that like waited for any available opportunity to try to
Quite a memorable load.
screw me over.
Delightful.
Yeah.
You did your job in the end.
Huh?
I said they did a good job in the end.
Oh.
So they thought. 'Cause now I have my benefits back, so booyah.
You'll make something
Didn't beat me forever. Bastards.
I got beat up by cops before. And then they denied it at the station, and they said I did it to myself.
Of course, that's how the game goes. But I'm an intelligent black man.
And the screwed up thing is, if only there was a camera at that shopping center to catch it all. You know, like how now there's cameras everywhere. Back then, they didn't have cameras everywhere. So these fuckers got away with it.
Those days are coming to an end,
I would hope so. I'm sick of that shit. I even watch him beat the shit out of my brothers. Like when my brothers were growing up, I used to watch cops beating the shit out of just because of how my brothers look. You know, just because they were buff and they lift their weights and stuff. They go and start shit and, well, you know, my brothers, you know, if somebody say something stupid, you know like how your brothers are, they're not gonna just sit there and let somebody talk like that to them. Eventually they're gonna crack, you know, and they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck you too, you know, like, yeah. And when my brother did that, one of them, oh man, all the cops just flew at him like white on rice. It's like they were looking for a reason for him to beat the shit out of him. And then when they found out that he wasn't the guy that they was looking for, they try to act like, oh, well, you know, he didn't help us. He didn't assist us with what we were trying to find out. It's his fault that of what everything happened to him, why he got hit. No, because my brother didn't do anything. All he did was tell the guy, fuck you back, but he was still sitting on a table, on a picnic table at the beach. He didn't do anything. He didn't get off the table. He was just sitting there, you know, and yeah, the cop went ballistic on him, and then his buddy went ballistic on him, and then the other idiots who were there went ballistic on him. That motherfucking cops, though, the funny thing is, I bet you one day they catch Karma, because one of them I seen catch Karma. That was a couple years back. He not here no more. I'll say that. And that was because he did the same shit to somebody else, and it was the wrong person to do it to. That person pulled a gun out and capped him real good. Of course, that person got shot because, like, when the rest of the police went out there, they killed that person. But still, yeah, you know, in a way I look at that, I'm like, yeah, that's what you get for doing the stupid shit you do to people, beating the shit out of them. You shouldn't have done that, you know, and I bet that's what happened. And sure enough, when they showed the video footage, the surveillance, he hit the guy, he slapped the guy with an open hand slap. And the guy just reached in his jacket and popped him right in the face. He deserved it. The guy was just sitting there, you know, he could have just asked the guy. Instead, he walked up to the guy and he thought the guy was the one. He asked him his name, I guess he said. And the guy told him his name. You could see the guy utter his name because they said what the guy's name was on the news. And you could see the guy say it to him. You could see his lips literally move. That's what the argument was in court, because nobody knows, you know, to this day, there was nothing to pick up the audio. And there was no officer present except for that officer that slapped him. And then the other officers came afterwards because they responded to the scene. And that's when everything went haywire. I don't even want to call them officers anymore. I call them piggies. They piggies. Bad piggies. I haven't met a good one. Except for my mom. She used to be a sheriff. She was very nice to people, but I ain't met no other popo that was nice to people. Maybe a little bit to show face for the community so they get a nice little medal at the end of the year. And that's about it. Maybe a commendation, maybe a promotion. Something.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
clatter of
Trying to
unwanted things.
deconstruct all this stuff.
And now, adventure.
For
Another chance
Anna.
at protection.
You play for honor?
Nah, I
Oh.
play Chivalry too though. I feel like somebody says For Honor. Every time I say